They say power doesn't, they always roar. Sometimes it whispers, sometimes it wears a smile that hides the sharpest knife. I learned that the hard way. When I first met her, I thought she was everything I wanted to become: confident, respected, admired by everyone at work. She had this aura that pulled people in. But what I didn't realize then was that behind that polished smile, she wasn't guiding me. She was building a cage for me, one that I willingly stepped into. It started with small things, a few suggestions that sounded like advice, a few corrections that felt like guidance. And before I even noticed, my voice wasn't mine anymore. Her name was Vanessa, my boss, my mentor, my mistake. The company I worked for wasn't just a job. It was a dream, a marketing firm known for its competitive edge and ruthless success. Everyone there wanted to be the best, but Vanessa didn't just want to be the best. She wanted to control the best. And I was her next project, the kind of employee she could shape, command, and use. At least, that's what she thought. First time I saw her, she walked into the meeting room like she owned the air. We breathed. Tall, graceful, perfectly composed. Every step measured, every glance intentional. She smiled at me. A smile that looked warm but felt cold underneath. That was the beginning. The first few weeks were like a dream. She praised my ideas, called me talented, said I. Reminded her of herself when she was younger. I believed her. I thought she saw potential in me. But slowly, the praise turned into pressure, the compliments into commands, the advice into orders. She began correcting the tone of my emails, the way I presented, even how I spoke in meetings. I thought she was helping me grow. I didn't see she was trimming me down, molding me into something she could control. She started taking credit for my work. A project I spent nights perfecting suddenly became her vision. When the team congratulated her, she'd say, "Maya helped with the details." It stung, but I smiled. I was scared of losing her approval, scared of being seen as ungrateful. She gaslighted me perfectly, made me question my own feelings. Whenever I tried to confront her, she turned the tables. "You're being too sensitive, Maya. You misunderstood what I meant. You're emotional. That's good. But you have to be professional." Little by little, I lost myself. Primerasta jed latte, skipped weekends, ignored my family's calls. My worth was tied to her mood. If she smiled at me, my day felt brighter. If she ignored me, I fell apart. I didn't realize she was feeding off my dependence. The breaking point came quietly. It wasn't a fight, it was a moment of silence. One evening, after weeks of working on a high-profile campaign, I saw the final report sent to the client, and my name was missing, replaced by hers. Again, the anger didn't explode. It froze. That's when something shifted. I sat there, staring at the screen, and realized I had lost everything that made me me. That night, I didn't cry. I just sat still, and for the first time, I saw her clearly. The woman who pretended to empower me was terrified of losing her own relevance. Her control wasn't strength, it was fear. And that's when I decided I wouldn't fight her loudly. I would end her quietly. I started planning my revenge in silence. I stopped reacting. I stopped seeking her approval. Instead, I watched, listened, observed. Every word she said, every file she touched, every lie she told, I documented it. Every stolen idea, every manipulation, every piece of proof that showed how she thrived by burying others. It took months, but patience was my weapon. And then the perfect moment arrived. The annual review board meeting, her biggest stage. The day she flaunted her achievements. That morning, I handed her the final presentation file, the same one she asked me to polish for her. She smiled that same condescending smile. "I hope my slides are exactly how I left them," she said. I smiled back. "Yes, Vanessa, exactly how you left them." The meeting began. The boardroom was filled with top executives. Vanessa stood at the front, owning the room as always. Slide after slide. She spoke flawlessly. Her words dripped with confidence. Until one question changed everything. "Vanessa, these files show created by Maya Collins. Is that correct?" She froze, tried to smile it off. "Oh, Maya helped with formatting." But the next slides told the truth. Detailed reports, email chains, original drafts, all showing my authorship. Every project she claimed was hers unfolded in front of the board, each one showing how she built her empire from other people's work. Her confidence broke. Her voice cracked. The CEO's expression hardened. The room that once admired her now watched in disbelief. I sat silently, emotionless, because revenge doesn't need words. It only needs truth. By the end of the meeting, she was finished. Her empire began collapsing within days. Clients pulled out. HR opened investigations. The same people who once feared her now avoided her. She tried to fight back, but the damage was already done. The empire she built on lies was gone. The day she resigned, I saw her one last time. She was packing her desk, her hands trembling. When she saw me, she tried to smile. "You think you've won, don't you?" she said. I looked at her calm, emotionless. "No, Vanessa, you just..." I walked away. I didn't need to say more. Weeks later, I was promoted. Head of Strategic Marketing. Her old position, when the CEO offered it, I didn't feel triumph. I felt peace, because it wasn't about replacing her. It was about reclaiming myself. That evening, I got an email from her. The subject read, "You won." I stared at it for a few seconds and deleted it without reading. The real victory wasn't in hearing her admit defeat. It was in not caring anymore. Now, when I sit in her old office, I can still hear echoes of the fear she once created, but it doesn't haunt me. It reminds me that no one, no matter how powerful, can control you unless you let them. Revenge didn't make me powerful. Awareness did. Vanessa didn't break me. She built me. Unintentionally. She showed me the price of silence, and I learned the value of self-worth. She showed me manipulation, and I learned strength. The sweetest revenge isn't destroying your enemy. It's walking away so calm that they realize they never owned you. Not even for a second. She tried to control me. But I turned the tables. and I walked away victorious, not with fire, but with peace. Because the strongest revenge isn't payback, it's freedom.